Hello, and welcome back to Newman Plays Marvel Snap. Let's address the elephant in the room. Look, this overlay. It doesn't look great right now. I mean, it looks great. It really pops. Let's get into a game. You can see this was made by a very kind person on Twitter named BitTwiddle. I've played against him in game a few times. It was actually a person that just sought me out after playing me. And yeah, I greatly appreciate all the time the dude's invested in videos of mine. It is a super strange feeling. I love it. The man. I'll have his link in the description below. So we're gonna keep going. I really love Destroy. Also love that Nightcrawler variant quite a bit. Ooh. That's good timing. Unless they can lay 2 cards this turn, which is possible. Nope. Sorry, fella. I have a few things I want to talk about today. Just to give you a brief overview, because I'm a teacher, and that's what we do. We're going to discuss a current event that is not fun, very briefly. Oh man, just look at it. A while ago you sent me a image of the logo that's in my beard. I don't know how to do this. Where is he not going to play? He might play everywhere. Ooh. No! You're such a bad person. How would you do that? We're gonna risk it. He's got Shang. I guess if he didn't draw Shang, we're gonna win. Well, getting back to what I was saying, we're gonna talk about a current event, and we're gonna talk about ADHD a little bit. And if you don't find that topic interesting, oh, just wait. You may. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. That's fine. Look at that 32 power Deadpool. That's okay. I knew it could happen, and I messed myself over with where I played Negasonic. I should have assumed that they had Black Bolt, but I didn't. So, and this is a very serious thing. So I'm not going to start a game just yet, but the current event I want to mention is the shooting in Farmington. I live in New Mexico, not super close, but I guess everything in New Mexico is a good drive. If you live in New Mexico, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, no. It's nice that you get to drive 15 minutes to a convenience store, pick up what you need. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's all good. Farmington is a little ways away, and I heard the news about what happened, and if for some reason someone's watching, I'm very, very sorry about what happened. I've been thinking about you guys since yesterday, and those types of situations are incredibly intense, and I think one of the tough things is seeing it all over the media, everywhere. So you guys are in my prayers. yeah. I don't want to get super into it. It is in the news, so you've probably seen stories, but an 18-year-old kid who was supposed to graduate today walked around a community and, for no apparent reason, took the lives of 3 people. Yeah, it's a pretty heartbreaking thing. So, you guys are in my prayers. I don't have anything profound to say about it. It's messed up. Now to get back to this game that doesn't matter. I don't even know what's going on right now. Look at this hand. What am I gonna do with all these cards? Anyway, sip of caffeine. Can't do anything. This is going to be another retreat. This is such a rough recording session. I mean, my first instinct is to throw Nimrod out there, but it's too late for Deadpool. I'll go with my gut for now. I think that paid off. For the moment. Why can't I get another destruction tool? This is one of those things. I don't understand how people... Okay. Oh no. I don't understand how people can sit here and just talk about the game forever. Like, I got lots of respect for people who can do that, but don't land mid, please. All right. And this feels like a lot of other games. All right, so they are going to... Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because they have priority. It doesn't matter what they lay. Okay. Cool. That's a win. Yeah. All right. Man alive. And I guess, so getting back to the statement I was making, I don't understand how people can sit here and just talk about the game that long for 20, 30 minutes. I feel like I have to talk about something different. And I have no issues if that's the way that you make content. That's you. That's great. Friggin' sweet. Do it to it. But for me, it's just... Ooh, that's not nice. So I was going to beast both of those back into my hand. Now I don't have that option. Fun. So if you want a window into my brain, or I guess the things that I find entertaining, my two favorite content creators are Dan Giesling, who used to be on the show Big Brother. Oh, it's too late. For Bast, I mean. Man. It's fine. Dan Giesling. He's a Twitch streamer, YouTube content creator. I think more so the YouTube stuff at this point. Sorry. More so the Twitch stuff at this point. He just puts his VODs up on. Wow. I'm gonna let it go for one more. Nope. One more turn. So he was on the reality show Big Brother. I didn't know about him from that. I heard him on my other favorite content creators videos, Northern Lion. And if you know Northern Lion, he plays a lot of roguelikes. Binding of Isaac was his thing. If you look way back again at the very first video on my channel, that is beautiful. Very first video on my channel that is still up is me making a Binding of Isaac video. And it's old. I feel like I've learned a lot since I made that video. But I think if you're intrigued, I know someone just went back. Dan's Collectibles. If I know you in real life, hey, what's up? But I don't know who you are in real life off the top of my head. My bad. All right. I like this. He went back and was like, oh, the first Thor video. It made me smile. Oh, my brain. But one of the things that those guys are really good at is just talking about stuff. And it's not generally just straight up, oh, this is the game that I'm playing. These are the optimal strategies and stratagems. It's just, this is what I do. This is what I find fun. Okay, and what I want to do is and he has priority. I'm going to do this to distribute power. No. Hold a horse. I imagine he wants Professor X stuff, so this will give me a minute to get the rest of my thought out. Northern Lion is the best banterer I've ever heard. And he has obviously been doing this for a while. He started out as a teacher and ended up doing this stuff full time. That is not my goal. I don't believe that that is where my future is headed. Because if you've heard me talk about my job, you'll know it's something that I care a lot about. So I'm not going to stop or quit what I'm doing because I care about my job. And now I'm in a bit of a pickle because all he's got to do is Shang left. I need to lay something right. Does that mean? Probably. I think we're doing this. Sorry, I said Shang right. I meant Shang left. Oh. Nice. But Northern Lion can talk forever. He doesn't get as distracted by the game as I do. So, whoops. But again, both of them are they're really good at just bantering, talking about whatever. But they also keep it really positive and honest. I'm going to collect these quick. So both of them are parents, and sorry, breaking the fourth wall a little bit here. So hearing other people talk about parenting is always really interesting. One of the things that they've talked about on a podcast that both of them were on for a while, called Check the Wire, which is a podcast based around, I played this guy before. It's just based around content creation and figuring out how streaming works and how to make good stuff. Ooh, Bar with No Name's fun. One of the things they talked about is making videos, what your process is and what you put your time into. And for me, this is a cool opportunity, I think, to just sacrifice Bar with No Name completely. At some point. But what you put your time into when it comes to content creation. And their recommendation was maybe it's not so much about all the graphics and stuff like that, which again, BitTwiddle, I'm not putting down anything you did for me. I greatly appreciate it. But it's more about focusing on the content that's made. And I think that overall is kind of just how I work. So I want to make something that could stick around for a while regardless of what game I'm playing. That's my main point, even though it took me 20 minutes to say it. That just seems fun. I think I'm already going to win left no matter what. What was that? So, let's get on to talking about, not my main topic, but one of the main things that I want to talk about today. And that's ADHD. This is probably dumb, right? Blowing up all of that stuff. Could do this. This. That's 19. You could play something and win, right? But I feel okay about that. And I still am under a pretty strict time limit. Sweet. Hey. Don't be rude. Person with a rude name. So in high school, I didn't know I had ADHD. Back then, I would describe myself as just a very loud, perhaps obnoxious person who loved to be funny. I would say that I was the most appropriate class clown that's ever existed. I knew when it was okay to make jokes and when it was not okay to make jokes. So we're going to do Deadpool right away. Shouldn't have gone into unknown territory, though. I drank... I have to finish that sentence quickly. I drank probably... I don't even know. Order? No, there's no need to rush a lot of this stuff. 4 monsters per day. Yeah, probably that much. right, so probably a Galactus dude. So that was expensive, but one of the things that I learned later on in life, I should have saved Carnage so that I could play him this turn. Bad planning. Let's spread out power some. Wave. Nope. Okay. This is completely misplayed stuff. Like, this is really bad for me. Junk, man. Yep. All right, now it's a 50-50. My guess is he's going to go mid. Negasonic doesn't stop it, though, right? What is he doing? Okay. You did something I couldn't do this turn. Let's destroy Deadpool one more time. Thank you. So he wins left no matter what. Let's go ahead and go boom. 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 Let's see what happens. Sorry for the constant pauses. I just really want to win something. Nope. He wins the tiebreaker. Stinks, man. That's close, though. That's very close. It's okay. And this is a good example of just how ADHD can feel at times. I have too many thoughts, and then my brain just breaks a little bit and becomes horrendously disorganized. But I didn't know in high school, right? Just drank a lot of caffeine, and one of the things that I learned eventually is that caffeine is one of the ways that people who have ADHD just kind of survive. The meds that you get are an amphetamine. The way that I've explained it, though it's not really an explanation, it's just my dumbed down way of talking about it. Caffeine, whether it's coffee or energy drinks, is a pretty similar effect to what taking ADHD meds is like, but it's for a very extended period of time in your body. Hopefully that makes some sense. Oh, thanks for helping me out on Mojo World. I haven't seen this deck for a little while. That's not great. Okay, we've got our cool guy play. As long as they don't blow us up. Cool. Probably Moon Girl. Yep. Need it. Actually, in order to help my brain, I made a list of things that I wanted to make sure I talked about. Which I don't know, maybe that sounds like an old man thing. I've learned this is a very important part of me surviving. So I need to give up on Mojo World. And I just want to hope that that's enough. So the caffeine thing was one of the biggest things for me that helped. My mom, who was a special ed teacher, who I don't want to talk about it, her too much right now, because I get relatively emotional. Oh, good. That's all right. I should have retreated, but I wanted to finish it. It always seemed odd to me that my mom let me make it as long in life as I did, without being like, hey, this kid's a little distractible. Maybe he's got the ADHD. No. Nope. I did well in school. I ended high school with a 3.5 GPA. Like, things were just good. I was a relatively strong student, I would say. So I'm not mad at her. It's just an observation that I made since I was a littler fella. Let's see what we get. Ooh, missed out on that a little. We can get some next turn though. It's not too bad. Okay. So I made it to college. I did fine in college. No real issues. I just didn't love college, I guess. I went initially to be a high school English teacher, and then after a while, working in my mom's classroom, I was like, this is more what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing with my life. So I switched over to special ed on my 2.5 years. So I had 2.5 years of just going through and doing gen eds and stuff like that. I'm just gonna wait because I want to see what he's gonna do. If he Doc Ocks me, it's okay. But I'd like to have one more card in my hand just in case he Doc Ocks next turn. When I finally got into student teaching, that's when I realized that my brain worked maybe a little bit differently than other adults that I was around. And it was specifically an issue during my first like real student teaching experience. All right, so it's gonna be a Galactus. Oh, no, I should have beasted. Oh, no. Oh, I guess that doesn't matter. What is his plan here? Sorry, Beast. In my second student teaching, I guess it was my first student teaching right after teacher assisting. No one cares. But I was given an assignment one of the first days I was there, and I was like, cool, I'll take care of it. And I just waited because that's what I did. Another way that I survived high school was procrastinating and just putting things off. And that works really, really well in high school. But once I got to college, I mean, I was still really, really good at it. I wrote so many papers in one day And they were good papers. Like I would say I'm a above average writer. I'm a below average public speaker. Just FYI. Hate it. A lot. No. Right, this might be a insta retreat. Not much is happening. Can't Bast because I got Nimrod. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I waited on the assignment for a long time. Waited and waited and waited. And then it got to the second to last week of me being there. And I was, what's the nice way? I was afforded. I was graciously handed the tiniest desk imaginable for all of like my work stuff. Like it was literally one of those chairs that has a desk attached to it with a metal arm. We'll keep going until he snaps, and then we'll retreat. And I had stuff all over that little tiny desk because, well, there's not that much space on it anyway. So little things that I was working on or things that I was planning out, yeah, it kind of destroyed my workspace a little bit. I guess that's how it goes when you have no workspace. And I'm not, don't take this, I'm kind of just messing around right now. I appreciated the opportunity to work where I worked. I don't have anything to explode stuff with. So we'll retreat later. I don't know what was going to happen here. And during this time, still, again, hadn't completed the assignment. Doing tons of work, like very good working with students, got to know them super well. But I had waited too long to get that assignment done in the eyes of my teacher. Now, for me, I thought I have until the end of my time here. Like, I don't need to get this done right now. I can just wait. But that was wrong, and the expectation wasn't stated to me that you get this done as soon as possible. It was, get this done before you're done. So that was my plan. Ooh, another destroy boy. That sounds awkward. Good Lord, I'm never gonna make it. This video is gonna take forever. My heavens, I'm so sorry. This is so rambly, but I kind of think it's fun to talk about this. So sorry, we'll get to the point eventually, maybe if you're lucky. They had emailed the person who was like the person from the college I went to, and let her know like, hey, this guy's not really, he's not doing what we want him to do. So this lady came and visited me. It was like, hey, you're not doing a great job out here. They really like you as a person. He's just gonna drop something on Negasonic. Something cheap and terrible. So they're gonna have you stick around here for another week and finish out your student teaching that way. But you got to show improvement in a variety of areas. Like, okay. And I legitimately, like, I didn't understand that I'd done something wrong. It was just like, oh, I'm glad they like me, I guess. I think. Well, that beats Doom left. But doesn't win mid. Nor does it win the tiebreaker, I don't think. That's too much math to do quickly, though. Oh, we win. Hey-ya. Gonna give him knuckles on that one. And then she said something that I found to be one of the more disrespectful and rude things in the moment, but in the long run, I was like, you know, she kind of hit that one on the head. She's like, are you sure that you don't have an undiagnosed learning disability or something? It's like, I don't know. Because it would be, you know, undiagnosed. How would I know such a thing, ma'am? Thanks for asking, I guess. So that summer I went and I was like, my brain doesn't seem to be like everybody else's. I'd like to understand why. And so I talked with a fella and I got diagnosed with ADHD. And that's the short but rambly ADHD version of how I found out. And I the more I think about it, like, the easier it is for me to see all the, like, signs of that. Yeah. Because they were everywhere. If you drop an armor, I'm gonna be pretty bummed out here because there's not much that I can do. Procrastination is a huge thing. If you have ADHD, it's the anxiety that builds up in you that you kind of need to help get things done that are difficult or that you don't want to do. So that's why procrastination works. So that's one sign. The caffeine thing was a big thing. I was always freaking late when I was in high school too. Every day for work I was late. And it annoyed me a lot after a while. And sometimes it was my fault. Sometimes it was my brother's fault. Should have just blown it up. This is going to be a tough one to win, for sure. We'll see what happens. Oh my goodness gracious. If Wolverine goes to Space Throne, we're done. All right? We're going to retreat. Not going to do it. That's such a waste of time. So now, as an adult, I find myself early everywhere I go. Very early. I got to work an hour and a half before school started today. One, because I wanted to do this, but on a normal day, you're at least an hour early, if not earlier, because I don't like the feeling of being late constantly. And that's just kind of how life goes. My desk is, still messy. There's still areas that I stink. But I think working in a job where... I should have saved Vormir for Nimrod. That would have been pretty nice. Not using my my tools very well. So, is it possible that someone out there watching also has ADHD? Yes. Is it a terrible thing? I don't think so. Is it annoying sometimes? Yes. There are a variety of things that come along with having ADHD that make it very difficult to do things. One of the things that's causing constant pauses are, obviously distractions from the game and me trying to think and talk at the same time, which is not super duper easy. But it's also, am I saying things correctly? Am I using the right words? Am I going to offend somebody? Am I going to do this or that or whatever? And that's a tough place to live inside your mind all the time. So, I'd feel a lot better about this I'd feel a lot better about this if I had Venom. I don't. So I think we're going to save cubes and just retreat. So I'm going to do one more I might get interrupted in the next few minutes. But I'll come back and finish this out. If I have time, I'll maybe edit this down. But I think in a video where I'm talking about having ADHD, it's 40 minutes long and full of ums and thought chunks. Okay, that's fine. It's just an example. If you hate it, sorry. I'm glad we did one more. Right now, I'm glad we did one more. Because we get a possible wombo combo of joy. Now, I'm a little worried about him dropping armor. So let's do that. Ooh. Okay. Sweet. So is it possible that people who are watching this also have ADHD? I already said yes. And I think that the more people who are open to talking about having ADHD, like the better things get. That's why being a special ed teacher, working with a lot of students who have ADHD, I find that to be a pretty exciting thing. Because I don't have an only negative view of this, right? Like, I don't have an only positive view of it either. The Nova is not going to work out how I want it to. I'm not quitting. This is for the video, man. So we Killmonger this turn, Venom next turn. And then we can Knull somewhere. Modoc. I still think this is okay at the moment. We'll find out how I feel in just a second. I don't think we're going to win mid, but I know we're going to win right. I think the way that my brain works is a little bit, I approach things in a more creative way than a lot of other people do. I'm forced to think outside the box because the box doesn't exist in my mind most of the time. So, ooh, that's pretty nice too. A little extra power in there. Ooh, this is going fine. I like that. That's perfection right there. All right. What is this? I can't read it. Is that 54 or 64? I feel good. Ooh, yeah. So if you have questions about ADHD, let me know. I know it's a thing I'll talk about more in the future too. It's something I'm very interested in. I am still learning a lot about it. But if you made it this far, man, maybe you have ADHD too. This is a long video of me talking about a lot of nonsense. Appreciate you guys. My hour is almost up for making videos today. So I don't know what I'm going to do about the thumbnail. This is a big work day. Lots of paperwork today. Not stoked, but we ended on a 4-cuber. All is well. Make good choices, and I'll see you in the future. Peace.